The Rag and Bone Shop is the final book written and published by young adult author Robert Cormier before his death in 2000. The novel is divided into 3 parts. In part 1, 17-year-old Carl Seaton confesses to Trent, admitting to breaking and entering and committing a triple murder. He had intended to rob the Stone family's home while they were on vacation, but the family unexpectedly returned, and Carl ended up shooting them. As part 2 begins, Jason Dorrant, who has just finished 7th grade, starts his summer vacation. He plans to spend the day swimming at the YMCA and then being home alone while his family is occupied with other things. However, tragedy strikes when a 7-year-old girl, Alicia Bartlett, is found dead in the woods. Detective Braxton has a suspect in mind and questions Jason, who had seen Alicia last. The district attorney, Alvin Dark, calls in Trent, a skilled interrogator, to assist in the case. The next day, the police bring Jason to the station for questioning. His mother, busy with other responsibilities, allows him to go alone, believing that the police have a special interrogator to help witnesses recall details about Alicia's disappearance. The interrogation starts off smoothly, with Trent sensing Jason's innocence. However, things take a dark turn when Trent learns about Jason's interests in science fiction, adventure, and horror books and films. Trent attempts to use this to suggest Jason's affinity towards violence. The story unfolds, exploring the complexities of the investigation and the psychological toll it takes on Jason as he faces the intense scrutiny of the interrogation process. Jason, feeling uneasy during the police interrogation, remembers that the officers had mentioned his visit to the station was voluntary. He seizes the opportunity and leaves while Trent is momentarily absent. Trent returns to find Jason gone and jumps to the conclusion that Jason is running away because he is guilty. He pursues Jason and persuades him that running away will make him appear guilty, so Jason reluctantly agrees to continue the questioning. Back at the police station, Trent resumes his interrogation. He probes into Jason's friendship with Alicia, pointing out that Alicia might not have been a true friend and had teased him like others. Feeling uncomfortable and thirsty, Jason requests a drink, and Trent leaves to get one. Trent is determined to extract a confession from Jason. As the conversation progresses, Jason reveals that Alicia had been arguing with her brother, Brad, on the day of her murder. Trent starts to believe in Jason's innocence. However, driven by personal gain and the promise of favors from a local senator for solving the case, Trent manipulates Jason into confessing to the crime. Jason falls for Trent's assurances of protection and admits to killing Alicia. In part 3, after returning home, Trent discovers that the police have found evidence that Brad was the real culprit and that he has already confessed to the crime. It becomes evident that Trent's coercive tactics had led to an inaccurate confession from Jason. As a result, Trent's reputation as an interrogator is ruined, and he won't receive any favors from the senator. Meanwhile, Jason struggles with the emotional trauma of falsely confessing to Alicia's murder. He requires medication to cope and experiences recurring nightmares every night. The aftermath of the coerced confession takes a heavy toll on Jason's mental and emotional well-being. In the final chapters of the book, Jason finds himself grappling with his own identity. While he knows he could never have murdered Alicia, he acknowledges the darkness within him and admits that he is capable of such violence. Disturbed by this realization, the story concludes with Jason holding a knife and contemplating the possibility of committing a murder. Robert Cormier, the author of The Rag and Bone Shop, was a renowned writer and journalist. His young adult novels were known for their realistic and pessimistic tones, which is evident in the book's ending. Throughout his career, Cormier penned 19 books, including titles like I Have Words to Spend, Now and At the Hour, and Frenchtown Summer. His novel I Am the Cheese received the 1997 Phoenix Award, 2 decades after its initial publication. Moreover, it also earned him the 1991 Edwards Award for his significant contribution to young adult literature. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.